So Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, man, they destroyed your Ravens. They came back crazy way in the fourth quarter. What do you got to say about that? First of all, thank you for coming on to the show, but let's get right into it. The Dolphins came back against your Ravens. What are your thoughts? My thoughts, before I let you go, I think Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. That's my takeaway. 2 weeks into the season, I think they're the best duo in the NFL. They tore your defense up. It was amazing. Let me hear you. Let me hear what you got to say.
Well, my thoughts on the game. But yeah, today's game was kind of a up and down thing with the Ravens like the last few years. Lamar doing his thing, but then Tua doing his thing on our secondary, and Jaylen and Tyreek carving us up like a Thanksgiving Day turkey, man. I was pissed off, but you know.
Are they the best wide receiver duo in the NFL? What do you think?
As in the first 2 weeks, yeah, I would say so far. But like, you know, I'm not the prisoner of the moment. I'm more of like, let's see what you've done the last 2-3 years or so, and you might.
Jaylen Waddle's only in his second year. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill's been doing it for a while.
True, but you know, I mean, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, you know, they're pretty good. Adam Thielen and Justin
Jefferson's carrying that duo.
And then you saw T. Higgins and Jamar Chase last year in the Super Bowl. So even that's kind of going against my point about the whole 2-3 years, you know, because they're young bucks too.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Hey, but Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle, they're making Tua look amazing. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of a Tua hater. I will go there. I will label myself as a little bit of a Tua hater. Like, I think he has a small arm. I think he doesn't put enough sip on his throws. Even last year, I have this horrible interception he had against the Saints in the back of my head. And I'm just like, yeah, he's not it. And lo and behold, Tyreek Hill comes to the Dolphins. Jaylen Waddle, another year in the NFL. And they're making plays, dude. And honestly, I know his numbers look good. This is probably good. People are going to hate on this. I know his numbers look good. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, especially the second half. Tua's numbers look amazing. But if you look at the throws,
Mm-hmm.
both of Tyreek Hill's touchdowns were underthrown.
Mm-hmm.
The first one a little bit more than the second one. But Tyreek Hill just flew past that mediocre Ravens secondary that's just not that good right now. And he had to kind of like wait for the ball, and he kind of caught it, and then he sped up to the end zone. He was pretty close to it.
Yeah.
And then the one on the left side, the second Tyreek Hill long touchdown, he kind of waited for that one too, but he was so wide open that didn't matter.
Yeah.
The second touchdown to Jaylen Waddle, okay, the winner, that was cool. The first one's pretty cool too. The Gesicki one, you know, he had to, you know, climb the ladder to get that one. So I'm not saying Tua hasn't improved, and I'm not saying he's like a terrible quarterback, and like he's definitely like shutting up a lot of people right now, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that it's more of a result of having like the 2 most explosive wide receivers in the NFL. And like they've gone on in their press conferences and said that they might be the 2 fastest wide receiver duo in the NFL history. And, you know, they might be right.
Sheesh. Man. Well, to Tua, on that point, like, Tua has a few things working against him. He's undersized, like you said, and he's a left-handed quarterback. So it's kind of, I'm not saying left-handed quarterbacks are weak, but it's just, of course, historically, they're not the most dominant, the best quarterbacks of all time, unless you call like the Steve Youngs, the Tarkentons of the world. So it's like, you know, Tua's trying his best. And I think earlier in the week, he talked about how his height was a disadvantage. He had to kind of, if I can't see you, I can't throw you the ball.
Yeah. We're kind of seeing it right now with Russell Wilson, too.
Yeah.
Struggling a little bit.
But, you know, as long as, I mean, 6 touchdowns is 6 touchdowns. I know it's not.
6 tutties.
Yeah, it's true, but it's like, damn, bro. Come on. It's crazy.
Well, okay, so where do you rank? Where do you have right now? You're not a prisoner of the moment. I guess I'm a prisoner of the moment. I got super hyped watching this. I'm like, bro, these guys are it, man. They're making Tua look like a Pro Bowler. Like they're making it look like the Dolphins damn near want to extend Tua right now. I mean, that's
true.
That's how good they're making him look.
Yeah.
And compared to the talks that were going into the season, like, you know, is he gonna make it to the end of the season?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm a prisoner of the moment. Fuck it, I'm a prisoner of the moment. I think they're the best duo.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like with the 2 again. There's been a little bit of rumors up in the air about maybe how Lamar and his contract situations with the Ravens, that he might end up going back home to Florida, to Miami, and Tua might end up somewhere else. And I'm just like, nah, man, Baltimore, whatever.
Gotta keep him.
Please. this is the most exciting offense we've ever had in our years.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and it looked like some of their wide receivers are starting to do a little Bateman. Bateman looked pretty good.
Finally,
Duvernay is doing his thing, although he left with the concussion today. Yeah.
And then Mark Andrews, of course, is Mark Andrews doing his thing.
Top 3 tight end in the league.
So, but it's that defense. I mean, growing up, everybody knows the Ravens are known for their defense and running the ball. So it's like, hey, man, Lamar's doing a thing on offense. Secondary, help your brother out on as a QB. So we'll see.
We'll see. Like I said, so after week 2, where do you see the Dolphins going, first of all? Because they did get the dub, so let's talk about them real quick. They're 2-0. How do you see their season playing out?
They've beaten us 2 years in a row, basically. And that defense is good. And then the offense now, again, adding Tyreek Hill, burners
on each side. Like, who are you gonna help? Like, you gotta leave both safe. You gotta play too deep almost every.
You can't do one-on-one. Like Tyreek, they say speed kills, and he killed us today.
Yeah, that was nasty.
But they can do it. I mean, the division.
Can they win the division?
Buffalo, of course, is Buffalo.
Okay,
Josh Allen's on the MVP.
Yup.
Try to projection, so, and that defense too is crazy. And
that wide receiver,
Stephon Diggs, man, Maryland boy, got to represent.
Yup.
So we'll see that. The Patriots, it's still Bill Belichick, but it's not
the Patriots. Ain't
that
shit.
Fear
the
factor,
Patriots ain't shit.
That fear
man.
factor.
Stop
the fear
it.
Factor.
The Patriots
and the
ain't
Jets.
shit.
I mean, hey, pretty boy Flacco showed out today like it was 2013 playoffs. So I got respect to my former Raven quarterback, but we'll see. I think the Dolphins can make some noise though. That they got the burners.
Make some noise.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Wild card, I think.
Wild card.
The extra wild card spot.
Yeah. Do you think they give the Bills a run for their money, or like the Bills are in a different league? They'll win comfortably the division.
I'd say just a tier above, not like a super, but just a tier above. But like we'll see.
It'll be interesting.
17 games, like second year for that, so it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah. Okay. What about the Ravens? I believe everyone's 1-1 except the Bengals. They're 0-2.
The Ravens signed all these players on defense this year. We got our boys back, Marcus Peters back, and Marlon Humphrey's looking healthy again. It's just that secondary. I don't know what's wrong with those guys. Like, I've been complaining since at least 2013, since the post-Super Bowl. Like, our secondary has just been not the Chris McAllister days, the Ed Reed, the Dwayne Starks type of era, Rod Woodson. It's like, I don't know what's going on. And the pass rush is not as intimidating. Terrell Suggs ain't there. Of course, Ray Lewis ain't there in the middle to shore things up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, our offense, it's like crazy. Like, the thing we wanted 15 years ago with our crazy defense, we want at least a good quarterback. And now it's fast forward 15 years now. We have an explosive, dynamic quarterback, but our defense is like,
Yeah, middle of the road kind of. Yeah, and you expected them to be a little better.
Yeah. But
so, prediction for the Ravens? What are we looking at?
We can pull out the division maybe at 11-6.
11-6.
11-6.
Okay.
But playoff run, it's just like, I know people are, Lamar can't do it in the playoffs. Yeah. But I'm like, you need your defense to bail you.
Yeah. You always need a defense. You always need a defense.
But if your defense can't even do a simple 4-man pass rush like we used to be able to do, what is the point?
You always got to send an extra guy.
So we'll see.
We'll see.